Skeptic. Hi. Oh, wait. Assalamu alaikum. Hope you're doing well. So I just came from mosque now. Oh, I feel alhamdulillah. So while I was in sujood, ideas just came to me. Honestly, I had no idea in my head. My mind was empty while I was making salah. Mine was like completely empty. There was nothing in my mind. But as I was in sujood, ideas just popped up in my head. Like Allah placed there. Because how in 100 possibilities or 1,000, 1 in 1,000 possibilities, making sujood, you get the idea. While you're praising Allah, you get an idea. That isn't normal. And I was thinking, I have to make a video before the idea go. Because ideas are like a bird. They come through to a window, right? And then they fly again away. They don't stay always there. So I was thinking I'm gonna make a video of it. So when you make salah, right? Is your mind empty or are you thinking about stuff? Because if you're thinking about stuff, aren't you praying from your mind and not from your heart? That's actually crazy. Like, think about it. If your mind is thinking of stuff, what I'm gonna do after salah, any thought what going through your head while you're making salah, technically you're not praying from your heart or from your ruh. Technically you're praying from your mind. And isn't praying from your mind a form of sin? Because if you're not praying from your heart, then you're not technically praising Allah. And that actually makes sense to me. How many of us are Muslims, all of our Muslim brothers and sisters, overthink while we're praying, think about stuff, what we're going to do after salah, while our mind isn't clear while we're praising Allah? Then you're actually praying to your thoughts, you're not praying to God. And that's crazy. When I was praying, I had no thoughts at all. Only that idea popped up when Allah placed it there while I was doing sujood. I had no ideas while I was praying. I had no thoughts. I had no thoughts while I was praying. And I just felt the connection it's like you can feel the connection of the divine. And it's amazing. Even when I make tahajjud salah at home, I make sure I empty my mind before I pray. Then you feel the connection. You feel the divine all around you. Because Allah says, if you're basically connected to Allah, you will see Allah all around you. And that makes the most sense if you're not thinking about anything. You're just present. You're like a baby, basically. A baby don't have thoughts. It's just in the present. So if you're like a baby while you're making salah, you connect to the divine much more. Because you're in the present moment. Because Allah is always in the present moment. Allah is not in the future or the past. Allah is in the present. So technically, if you're in the present, you're building a connection straight to Allah. Because the word salah comes from sila, and sila means connection, a bond or a link. So you're building a connection with divine deeper than normal, than making salah with thoughts in your head. Because technically, if you make salah with thoughts in your head, you're not praying to Allah, you're praying to your thoughts. Because that's the only thing running through your mind. Thoughts. But if your mind is empty, then you can't be praying from your mind anymore. Then you're praying from your heart and from your ruh. Then your prayer is much more deeper. Then your prayer is more connection and more building a relationship with Allah. Becoming a abd of Allah basically. And you can feel it. After you're done making salah, you can just feel it. That feeling is always there, but it's much more deeper if you have no thoughts and you're just praying from your heart. Because there was time in the past that I made salah and I was thinking of stuff. I still felt the connection, right? But now I'm comparing it to this. When I'm making salah with no thoughts in my head. And it's much more deeper. Even when I'm walking to mosque, or I'm coming from mosque, I'm looking at the trees around me. I'm looking at the sky. I'm just looking at how the trees are formed and how the sky looks. It's just so beautiful. That's me being in the present. That's me being in a state of muraqabah. Presence. And that's how I feel Allah all around me. I'm not thinking of what I'm going to do after salah, what I'm going to eat after salah, am I going to record a video after salah. But I wasn't even planning on recording a video. I just had an idea in my head. So when I came at the gate of my house, I thought, okay, let me record a video. Let me talk about it. I didn't know what I'm going to talk about because I had an idea, but I didn't have the script. That is raw, bro. I'm not even thinking of nothing as I'm talking. I'm just talking. It's like Allah is communicating to me by moving my mouth, and I have no thoughts in my head. And next time you make salah, just take a second or two just to breathe in. Okay, let me say 10 seconds. Breathe deep in and you breathe out for 10 seconds. Then you start making salah. Just empty your mind of any thoughts. If thoughts do arise, be aware of the thoughts, but then just ignore it. Be like, okay, I'm making salah. And the connection you'll feel is much more deeper than making salah with thoughts in your head. Because now you feel like you're building a relationship with Allah. You feel like you can talk to Allah like he's your friend, like he's your best friend. Because that's how I talk to Allah. That's how I talk to Allah. Yo, damn, it's burp. The protein shake I drank, bro, was just making me burp all the time. That's how I build a connection to Allah. When I prayed tahajjud this morning, damn, yo, why I'm burping so much? When I prayed tahajjud this morning, okay, I pray tahajjud every morning, but this morning, I woke up, it was, my alarm went off, 3:20. Now, when I wake up, I always say Alhamdulillah, it's the most important thing. Remember Allah. I think of nothing, I just remember Allah. Then I breathe in and I breathe out, just like for 2 minutes, 1 minute, but as I was doing that, I fell asleep. I fell asleep, bro, as I was doing that. Yo, it was crazy. And I woke up again. When I woke up, I just heard my mom getting done for work. I was like, did I fall asleep? So I woke up. So I said, no, I'm still gonna pray tahajjud. My to do. Pray tahajjud. Technically still tahajjud if it's an hour before Fajr or if it's not in the time of Fajr. Get off my leg, bro. To fly. If it's like an hour before Fajr or 2 hours before Fajr, it's still tahajjud. So when I was done praying, I made dua to Allah. I didn't ask anything for Allah. I just spoke to him like a friend, like an abd. I just spoke to him. And it's the best conversation I had. It's a conversation I won't have with anyone else. I won't talk like that to my mom, for my mother. I won't talk like that to my sister. I won't talk like that to my friends. To nobody. I just talk to Allah like that, and it's like building a connection with Allah. Because why don't you talk to Allah like normal? Like a friend. Because technically Allah is closer to you than a jugular vein. Meaning you have a part of Allah inside of you. So talk to Allah like he's your friend. But it's besides the point. Make salah without thinking anything. And you will see how the connection builds deeper with Allah. Just try it. But try to meditate before you make salah. It will be much deeper. So I wanted to tell you guys. Be well.